Have you ever felt like banging your head against the wall while playing Siege? This is a list of all the things I would change about every Siege map. Theme park is so irrelevant that I don't even know what to change about it. One thing that I know for sure is that this map is definitely defender-sided. If you're an attacker in theme park, you don't really have too many optional plans to go for. You either drop the hatch and die, rush balcony and die, or try to breach and you'll probably die. But on the bright side, you have decent breach options in this map for every single site. Theme park isn't even slightly balanced. One thing that everyone knows but no one admits is that first floor sites are so much easier to defend. Attacking Armory Throne site is an absolute nightmare. I think this map needs a rework, seriously. Here comes the perfect map, easy to learn and easy to master. I wouldn't change anything about Chalet. I used to love this map, but unfortunately, Ubisoft ruined it for me. Shocker. Since last season, the drop rate of this map has somehow increased, and because of that, I've played so many matches in it. And in the process, I kind of developed some sort of resentment towards it. One thing that I love about Chalet is how perfectly the staircases are designed. They are also placed perfectly on each side of the map. You can smoothly rotate the enemy or change your position. Also, each staircase is unique, unlike some other maps that have nearly identical staircases. Border definitely isn't my first choice when it comes to maps. It isn't my last either, but I wouldn't get happy or excited if I were to play on this map. It may sound stupid to you guys, but I really do not like the lighting they've done on this one. The best site is definitely this one. The other sites don't really have much to offer. Border is probably the only map which is slightly attacker-sided. It's not that hard to defend, but it's definitely easier to attack due to all the window placements, hatches, and the overall layout of the map. Oh, I almost forgot. If I could, I would totally change the spawn locations on this one. Don't even get me started on this one. This map has a basement with no sights in it. Basically a whole floor doesn't have any sights. What's the point of having it then? It isn't useful in any way, so might as well remove it or just bring back the basement site. The other problem with this map is that you do not have that many entry points as an attacker. I mean, sure, there are a few doors and windows, but most of them aren't that tactical. In other words, having a plan in Villa as an attacker isn't really a thing. You just have to get in and shoot. Well, at least that's how I feel. Don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily hate this map. I just don't feel confident or comfortable playing in it. But I really like what they did with the paintings. Oregon, the love of my life. Interesting, engaging, well-designed, balanced, just perfect. The window placements, the breachable walls, rotations, staircases, default camera placements, spawn locations, they are all perfect. Oregon doesn't need to change. You cannot get any better when you're perfect. 10 out of 10, doesn't have any issues, doesn't need a rework. Yep, that's pretty much it. I don't really understand why people are so obsessed with this site as a defender. Even Blue Bar is easier to defend than this. And I'm not even kidding. I just find it odd that the site everybody votes for in the first round is this one. It's not that safe, doesn't have smooth transition between the two sides since it's completely observable from the big window here, and both of the sides are easily accessible. You cannot really move around in here since you can get picked from many different spots. I wouldn't necessarily change this site, but I would definitely change the fact that people choose it over safer sites like kitchen. Another thing that doesn't really make any sense in Coastline is the randomly placed windows. Seriously, when was the last time you used these two windows to get inside the building? They cannot be used for spawn peeking either. What's the point in having them? Also, I think the hatches could have been placed in better places. Most of them are actually useless, and there isn't even one hatch that is placed directly above the site. This one grew on me over time. It's an interesting map to play on for sure. It isn't defender or attacker sided, and all sides are reasonably balanced. If I want to be completely honest with you guys, I haven't completely mastered this map yet. Sometimes I get confused, but I would say that I'm getting there. One thing that I really like about this map is the basement side. This side has it all. The breach options, the hatches, and the staircases are all perfectly placed. The importance of securing the whole floor as a defender in this map is undeniable. That's because the second floor and the basement are practically small areas. I get lost in this map as well, and I have every right to do so. I haven't completely learned the map's layout, but if I want to be totally honest, I would have to say that this map isn't that bad. It's just boring. I mean, when I look at older maps like Oregon, Coastline, Villa, or even Border, what I see is diversity and originality. But the last two maps, which are Lair and Labs, somehow feel like the same map, if that makes any sense. There isn't anything special or significant about them. This feeling is due to many different factors. First of all, the building itself. What is it used for? When you look at older Siege maps, you see a diverse range of buildings that have different personalities and usage. Theme park, for example. I don't see that originality in the last two released maps, unfortunately. Another reason might be the objects that are used all around the map. All of the designed objects provide the map with some kind of a vibe or a mood. I just think that Lair and Labs lack that unique environment. By the way, this was the second part of this video. So if you missed the first part, you can find it somewhere in the description. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video, and